Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Lois and welcome back to Captive Minecraft 2. In the last episode, let's see, what all did we do? We did some work down below. We went searching for some iron to re-equip, so we have iron armor and buckets. We found some lava. We used that to challenge the death hole down at the bottom where we died a couple episodes ago. And lit that area up. We raided a chest and we found our very first sapling that isn't this awful dark oak sapling. We found jungle saplings, and I've gotten 2 of them so far. So there's one up there being planted, waiting to grow, and another one that is just kind of in that chest. Now, I said something last episode, and I do need to verify. So I got curious and I actually looked it up. I was right. So jungle saplings are awful because jungle leaves have about half of the chance to drop a sapling as normal leaves. It is not anything based off of like the number of leaves or anything like that. Quite literally, jungle leaves drop saplings like I think I read 2.5% of the time, whereas everything else is 5%. So it is rare to get jungle saplings, and it's awful. So we could get a fortune axe or whatever and try to make that better, but not really worth it. We just got to keep hoping that we get lucky and keep some saplings. So we're gonna make some arrows today, and then we're gonna head straight down to face the murder hole again, death hole, whatever you want to call it, whatever I want to call it. So the other thing we did last time is we did complete the lie. So we made a cake. Still need to get pigs, sniper duel. We haven't unlocked that one yet. Eating a notch apple. We don't have the gold to do that yet. And diamonds. Diamonds is what I'm kind of figuring is going to be next. By the way, I dug out a bunch of gravel and I found some more iron. Always picking up iron. And I should probably head down most of this way and just try to scavenge all of the resources that I can, but right now I'm not too worried about doing that. A little bit more iron would be nice so that I could make, you know, like a hopper and have an automatic chicken farm, but at the same time, meh. We'll do that later. I still haven't gotten another chicken, which is awful. Still trying to recover from the ocelot attack, but I thought I kept seeing like lava dripping, or I thought I saw iron at first. That's why I kind of hesitated there. But maybe there's a spawner in that wall that I saw. I'm actually curious now. You know what, let's just make that a little bit nicer. So where would it have been? It was like, yeah, that's a witch spawner. That's a witch spawner. Witches are actually really good because they give you a lot of good stuff. I didn't really want to come explore this. I also hear a chicken, and it's probably a chicken jockey. Okay. So let's just hop down here. So yeah, there is a witch spawner right there. Okay. I guess that's good to know. Let's also break that vine because it's awful. Okay. So hopefully there's enough things that spawned up here that if we go down a little bit farther, it's not going to be nearly as bad. So we have a little bit of lava lighting things up. And I don't want to break that right there. So we have arrows so that we can deal with skeletons. And the chest we got was the one that was in that little cage. So let's try our best. I can almost put a torch on that block. That'll help a little bit, and then we can put some torches there. So what I want is I want that grass block. You know, that might be the only grass block in existence. But at the same time, that doesn't matter too much. We should also... I know that there's a creeper spawner in there. This is so dangerous. We should probably keep water on our bar as well. Let's switch those around. I'm more used to having water on this slot than the other way around. So let's come over here. And we're just going to put the other lava right there. Yeah, there is definitely a creeper spawner in this area. This is the chest that we picked up last time. Right there's the creeper spawner. I've been debating whether or not I want to just destroy the creeper spawner. For now, we'll let it set, and just come over here. Put some torches literally everywhere. And it might just be good to go ahead and start. The torch spam is going to help, but it might be good to break spawners down here. I don't see us needing them, especially because there is definitely some zombie spawners as well. We have a ton of spawners up top. I'm not going to break that dirt, but I do want to look underneath it. And it's just some gold. Okay. Light that up. Okay, so the murder hole is a lot easier when you have lava. Advanced lighting techniques. And let's go ahead and break that creeper spawner. Because we don't really need it. And it is going to make things a little bit easier down here. So we definitely need to get further down if we want to do anything. There's a zombie spawner down there, and I'm pretty sure we're pretty close to the bottom of the world. 96. We're not that close, actually. Oh, man. Alright, any sense of where... You know, we have something important on us. Let's go ahead and get out of here. And I know this is cowardly, whatever you want to call it. Retreating back and forth constantly, but it's how you stay alive, and it's how you don't lose things that are important, like, you know, red dye, which we can use maybe here soon, maybe right away, to make yeah, that is a witch spawner. We're leaving that. We're gonna leave that witch spawner. But yeah, we have red dye, which we can use to make pink dye, which we can use to make... Let's grab the iron while we're here. More monument items. So that is kind of important. Let's see, is there any more iron just kind of hanging out? Should probably light things up pretty well. That is obviously suspicious. In fact, can we... Okay, so there's probably a chest there. If I had to guess, there's a little bit more iron here. Alright, so go ahead and put a torch there. The big thing we need at this point is we still need to find diamonds. However, there's a lot of gold down there. Is there enough to make a notch apple? That is 81 blocks, or 81 or technically blocks of gold. That would be something. However, I think we're about to get pigs. However, we can't breed them. So, oh man. We could be very careful with our pigs, but Poppy into Rose red with a little bit of white bone meal should give us what we need. And the question is, I guess it's not a question. Let's go ahead and smelt up 2 sets of clay. And before I even think about making pink dye, let's just make sure. Lime, light gray. We can't do light gray yet. Green, magenta, pink. So that is what we need. We can get some pink dye. And I feel like you can also make magenta dye from pink dye. Can't you do this? No. So we're going to need more red dye to get purple dye to get magenta dye. I thought that was a thing you could do. Apparently not. Hopefully I didn't just mess up things. But I'm sure there's more. So once we get the hardened clay that we need, we can go ahead and do what I feel like is going to happen. And I realized the other thing, we need a carrot. We need to get carrots. That is going to have to happen before we can do anything with these pigs that I'm pretty sure we're about to get. So 8 hardened clay turned into pink hardened clay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have a good bit of iron at this point. Let's just get the pigs. Why not? It might give us other things. Pink stain. 1, 2, 3. Monument complete. And then we go up here and make sure that our fence worked properly. And we have 2 pigs. Perfect. Now, they don't have anywhere to go. But that will be... that'll be fixed sooner rather than later. So we won't complete any more monuments until we have a pen for the pigs, which I could put over here, or we could. They won't just drop off. We need to have a carrot. So at this point we need carrots. But what we can do is we can head back down and we can start grabbing everything we can see. Maybe, actually, there's grass down there. Let's take some bone meal. This is a crazy idea. Maybe the whole point of what we just saw was less of, hey, look, there's grass here, and more of, hey, look, there's a poppy on grass here. You should try bone mealing this spot. Because one of the other colors that we need of the stained clay is magenta, which we can get from blue and red. And I believe, I can never remember how to make magenta. I believe it's also white, but I could be wrong. Did we go too far down? Yes. I want to grab some more lava. Lava has been incredibly useful, so we might as well get some more and see what we can do with it. So back down to the murder hole. There are probably more spawners down here, and we are going to get rid of all the spawners in the bottom of the world because, one, I don't really have a use for all of them. I think they're pretty tightly packed, but there's a bunch of spawners up here, and we haven't gotten any... we also haven't gotten any, like, spawn eggs. So we can't change what they spawn. But this is so much nicer now. Alright, let's just... Okay, other than right over there. Alright. You fell down there. And let's light that area up. Okay, so we need to get back up there and light those two little, for the sake of terminology, floating islands. I heard that. Okay. Right there. That should be good. And then there is a little bit of a shelf there. That is awful. So let's just light that up. There is a good bit of iron over there. But that is awful. That is mean. Alright, let's just get rid of this little path. And just make sure things are well lit. And don't fall down into all the lava you've placed. That would be bad. Alright, so skeleton blew up. The creeper blew up. And that's actually a pretty okay thing. We can also get emeralds down here, which is good. I'm gonna leave most of those. I want to just break the floating block. But if we bone meal this, more, we can get seeds, but no signs of no signs of any flowers. So we're gonna leave this for right now. If we can get some more dirt, we can always do some magic, you know, spread more grass around. So I feel like there's gonna be spawners hidden around here. And we do need to be very careful. There is a lot of emeralds over there. And I don't know where all of these zombies are. They sound like they're over this direction. No, please. Okay, there's one right there. So if we light this area up with actual torches and then take our lava back, we're going to presumably have a bunch of zombies coming after us, which is okay. Pathfinding said go this way, and we can get some stuff. I feel like there's more zombies. I don't know if they're down or if they're like up, but probably down here. There is still a lot of cave underneath us. But not seeing much of anything down here that's worth finding, basically. Okay, there's just a bunch of gold, and I see that spawner. What is that spawner? That is an awful spawner. Looks like an Enderman spawner. Interesting. Wait, it changed models. It's now a skeleton. It was not a skeleton before. Are you going to change models again, or did you just update? Let's just put a torch there and call it call it a day. I need more coal. And there's a little bit here. So let's just grab this. Is there any more? Of course not. Okay, so that's at least a little bit of coal. I would grab that one, but I don't know. I guess we can. And I guess there's a little bit more down here that we can grab. Alright, so there is plenty of gold down here that we can definitely collect. Is there 81 pieces worth? I don't know. I also hear a lot of zombies. There's definitely a zombie spawner somewhere down here. The big question is where. And they were definitely spawning down in this area. So I would assume it's down here. But I also hear a lot of zombies. And even some other guys. And here we are. There is another pit. But this one doesn't look as bad, so we can kind of staircase down here. We are going to keep things well lit because there are spawners in the area. I don't know where they're at, so I don't know where they're going to spawn at, you know? We might... There is sand down here. Alright, till he wants to cooperate with us. Let's just do this. Another skeleton. There's also a little bit of sand that's in the air. And is that what I think it is? I believe it is. It's a creeper. There's also just a chest out there. Alright. It's just a chest out in the middle of that room, and I don't even know if we have enough achievements to get that far. So we have some redstone. There's a little bit more coal here. We're going to grab this real quick so that we can make more torches. There's even a little bit of iron underneath it. Perfect. And clay. We'll need the clay, so it's fine to get more. I'm just, again, nervous. I don't know where spawners are, so I don't know where spawners will spawn. And these spawners also might be custom. They might not just be your normal vanilla monster spawners. They might have wider ranges, further activation areas. There's a lot of things you can do with spawners. So let's go ahead and make a bunch of torches. We have 16 whole gold. That is not enough to do much with. Okay. That's a silverfish. Those are silverfish. This is not. So there is the portal. And I'm going to assume that we're not going to be able to do much in there in terms of, like, we're probably only going to get a corner of it. If I recall correctly, there's a few of the maps which that's kind of the case. Okay. So let's investigate this. Okay, that looks normal. Just kind of suspicious, a door-sized opening. Let's break those down. And there is just a bunch of red sand here for some reason. Which is a little strange, not gonna lie. Alright, so I would love it if we could just find a single diamond. Just one. And I guess we can just kind of continue on down. There's not much reason not to. We're gonna want to grab this iron. And, I mean, we're still at Y level 70, so we have a ways to go. That was not the final area in terms of, you know, the whole bottom of the world. We're not about to hit bedrock, or at least we shouldn't be. It's just a matter of what's next and what will we find. Because I actually don't know. This is one I don't actually remember. I remember a giant pit like the one we dealt with, but I think there's one that's worse in a different captive Minecraft. Like I've said before, I've seen these played. I briefly played them a long time ago, I believe, but not to this extent, not to finish them. Alright. I'll take it. Alright, so this is the achievement that we needed to get. The world border has expanded by 1 block, and we got our first diamond. So, the question now is, can we make it back to the top? Especially now that our pick broke. That's really not good. So let's carefully, very carefully, make our way back up to the surface. Especially because that spawner is now active. Or can be anyways. Let's make a bit of a staircase. And hope for the best. We'll take a quick break right here just to eat. And yeah, that spawner was weird. So I do wonder if it is activated. And it looks like it's just going to be a skeleton spawner. I'm not going to break that one right now. It shouldn't be too dangerous for us. I don't have a pick. I can't grab that iron. It shouldn't be too dangerous for us just because of the nature of how those spawn. It's going to spawn it in the air. And there's not much room that it can. Let alone many places where it's dark enough. But what we can do is we can go all the way back up. And we'll grab a pick. Probably make a new one, actually. And we're almost done with this episode because it's getting a little bit long. And what we're going to do is we're going to go get a chest that I know about. And then after that, I think what we need to do is reevaluate things a little bit. So getting the Diamonds achievement does unlock a bunch of things. It is a pretty major milestone. And we still need to find carrots. So let's get... so we have 29 iron. Let's see, 24. We'll go ahead and smelt up. We also have a bunch of gold, which is good. And then a bunch of junk, which is whatever. I don't care. So let's just put this stuff in, all back and away. Put the clay in there. I guess we'll keep sticks on us. And let's go ahead and make another iron pickaxe. We are going to head up. Now, there is a couple things to note. I do know what this is all about. We can see it now. So take a wild guess what this one is. I'm pretty sure I already know. If this is block of emeralds and this is blocks of gold, that I believe is diamonds. There is a downside. Something I should mention. Because I know this for I expected it with these, but these don't matter as much. Maybe the clay I expected it with, but these will actually change to stone, or if not, that happens with another monument room in a different captive Minecraft. I do actually know that, but we gotta go up there. We also need to grab eggs and hope for the best. You know, let's do that on camera because why not? Are we gonna be lucky? Finally, yes we are. Okay, get in here. Chicken. No, okay. That's okay. I will deal with chicken later. But let's get up here. Having 2 chickens is perfect because we can get more seeds fairly easily. And what do we have in this chest? An oak sapling. A sapling we can actually use a little bit more. Some arrows and a shield. Okay. The oak sapling is pretty good. Pretty big. We can also activate that, which... you know what, let's... Oh man, we are close to that chest as well. I didn't see that one before. Okay. There are things to explore. For the record, we're pretty much at build height up here. It is at, what, 243? And I think this is the 256 era of build heights. So, yeah, we're pretty far up. Can't really do anything too much higher. But let's go ahead and see if that is, in fact, the sniper duel. I'm like 90% sure it is. Just because, why wouldn't it be? What else would it be? There is some interesting colors of things there. So, yep, right over there. And in fact, we could probably get that. Oh, you're wearing armor. Way off. Okay. Again, I'm not good at those. It's hard to see the arrow and where it's going. Real quick question. What color of... Okay. That's one that's needed. Okay. So, pigs... You know what? You guys are free to roam about. I'm not too worried about you guys. But I am worried about whatever this light gray is going to give us. But yeah, light gray is another one of the monuments. Which one? One of these two, I think. Light gray. So, 1, 2, 3. Monument complete. And yeah, that was what I was worried about. Wolves. I'm actually going to kill them. Because we have no use for them. And they're going to try to eat my sheep. Which are a little bit more useful. So, yeah. Sorry, game. But no wolves. So, that is going to be it for today's episode. It's a little bit of a longer episode. But we got a lot done. Now we have the option to throw diamonds to another player, aka a zombie, get an enchanter, and get a portal. So those are things we need to kind of work towards. We only have 1 diamond though, so most of those we can't actually do. I am going to... Do not go down there. I am going to probably do a little bit of work around the base. We'll see what I get into. But yeah, good episode. We got a lot done. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye!